You might be able to hear it. There's a bulldozer over there across the road from us. And new owner bought that. It's just full of ditches. So they're pushing a lot of that woods into the ditch, trying to get it fixed up. And I'll be talking about that in a minute. Me and Peanut taking a break. He got wet a little bit. And so I thought I'd tell you what's going on across the road from us. Tell you a little bit of history on it. But, so Bill, he knew this older woman a long time ago. And they, over by the creek, they grew cotton. And so all the way down this creek was hay fields, cotton fields, way on down. But some people have bought that land and, you know, put their houses in. There's still some hay fields up that way. And so her and her husband, every year, they take their bulldozer and push that creek and keep it straight, keep it cleaned out so it wouldn't flood their cotton field. Well, they sold it, and the new guy that bought it bought a lot of acres off of them, lots, and he grew hay. And he put a hay barn in a trailer up yonder, moved in, and so one day he thought he could just use the creek water for his hay. Well, the creek water is not a stream, it's a dry creek bed. When the mountains get rain, that creek bed flows heavy and hard, like a flood creek, like that. So he let that water in to his hay, and it just washed everything out. So he just forgot about it. Didn't make no hay there. He could make hay on up the road where it wasn't flooded. So through the years, it washed the land out and made ditches on the other side. But when we moved here, it was like a forest because of that water. It was real pretty. I had trails all through there. We rode horses over there. We could ride right across the road and hook on to another gate this way out there, and just ride. But because of the flood water, it started making these ditches real bad. And that man, he would walk down here and check on his place, look at the ditches, and plus that flood water came up on our place all the way back behind us. It was flooding this road out, and they had rebuilt it many times. Just right in here, flooded all that out. So he died off, and his family sold the land, and the land went to this man, an old guy, and he come up. He lived here when he was a kid, not too far over that way. His mom had a farm, and she sold vegetables when he was a little boy. So he come back up here, retired, bought land. He brought money with him, and been buying land up like crazy. So what happened, this property right across the road from here, years ago, this older lady, she come out with her dogs, and we seen her walking that property. By the end, that property was ruined. It just deep ditches, 17 feet deep, just terrible. She bought it for future land to sell, because it come up for sale because it was cheap. So the new guy that bought it, he bought all this up this way, but he was wanting her land too. And she let him, she didn't want to sell it, but she let him back behind there. There's the creek, and he put a levee up on her place, trying to get that water moved on out. So she said that was okay. But still wouldn't sell that land. And it's a snake hole. So we seen him, Bill talked to him just the other day, and he bought that land. Now they're clearing it. And he says what he wants to do is put a pond there because it'd be too hard to fill up all them ditches. So he's going to have to lower the ground anyway. So he wants to put a pond in. Back behind us, he bought land, and he has a good commercial type pipe where you can use it for hay, and he's going to bring it around our area down to the pond and fill that pond up, just like he does the pond out back. Some of you might have seen us walk to that pond. He has that place too. So we were thinking, well, a pond might be good because it might, there's so much hay and people planting pecans and pistachios around here. Maybe it'll keep our water up. If they fill that up, we'll be close to the water. Maybe it'll keep our well going, I hope. Anyway, we thought, well, maybe we'll get some cool air when we sit out, because every evening the air comes this way, like that, across the road. With that pond there, it'll be cooler, coming this way. But we're thinking it's going to create more mosquitoes. So we're thinking that too. And he did ask Bill, he says, are these people selling their land? Let me know if these people over here sell their land up for sale. Let me know, because he wants them. So if he wants them two places, he'll want ours also. But anyway, that's the plan across the road. So bulldozers have been working off and on through there, knocking them trees down. I'm kind of looking forward to it in a way. I don't know how it's going to work out about snakes, but the way it is, it's got brush in them ditches, so it's a bunch of snakes over there, snake dens. But when he smooths all that down, clean it up, maybe that'll just get rid of a lot of them. So I hope so. I told Bill he might get a lot of them moving this way, trying to get away from that tractor if they're over there. But anyway, he's going to clean that up. I don't know how big the pond will be, but that would be so cool. He'll probably put a fence through here once he gets everything done, but that'd be nice to walk over there with the dogs, let them play in the water. We'll see about that. He might fence it off. Being so close to the road, he wouldn't want nobody messing with the pond. But anyway, that's what's going on across the road. We're kind of happy, but we're not real sure about them mosquitoes. So thanks for listening to my neighborhood gossip. Hey, you got any gossip to say? Will you like that pond over there? You don't get in the water? I know it. He doesn't. Well, we've been working hard this morning, so we're taking a break. We'll talk to you later. Bye.